In the world of football, legends are born from consistent brilliance. But what if a legend was born from chaos? What if the most prestigious individual prize in the sport went not to a flawless machine, but to a player once defined by his beautiful, maddening unpredictability? This is the story of Ousmane Dembélé, the man who defied every expectation to claim the 2025 Ballon d'Or. His journey isn't just a comeback. It's a saga of redemption, proving that sometimes the greatest talent is found not in perfection, but in the glorious, untamed moments of a truly unique genius. Welcome to Luxe Legends, where fame, fortune, and controversy collide. Section 1. The Promise and the Peril. Before the Golden Trophy, before the Parisian throne, Ousmane Dembélé was just a kid from Vernon, France, with a wild, untamed gift. He was a blur of speed and skill, an ambidextrous wonder who could dribble with equal ease on either foot. His early days at Rennes were a glimpse into a future that seemed limitless. Scouts from every major club in Europe flocked to see him. They saw not just a player, but a force of nature. His breakthrough at Borussia Dortmund was a whirlwind of breathtaking goals and jaw-dropping assists, culminating in a sensational move to Barcelona, a transfer that made him one of the most expensive teenagers in history. The world was at his feet, ready to crown its next king. But the fairy tale quickly turned into a nightmare. At Barcelona, the promise gave way to peril. A series of crippling hamstring injuries, often attributed to a lack of professional discipline, derailed his progress. The Golden Boy became a cautionary tale. Fans grew frustrated. Pundits wrote him off, and the media labeled him a flop. His time at the Catalan Giants was a brutal education, a public spectacle of unfulfilled potential and staggering misfortune. He was a ghost of his former self, a legend that died before it was ever truly born. This was rock bottom. This was the dark chapter that no one thought he could escape. Section 2. The Parisian Resurrection. The world watched with skepticism when Paris Saint-Germain, fueled by their insatiable ambition, took a chance on the broken talent. To many, it was a desperate gamble, a sign of a club that had lost its way. But what the critics missed was the quiet revolution happening behind the scenes. Under the guidance of visionary coach Luis Enrique, Dembélé was not just given a second chance, he was given a new identity. Enrique didn't try to tame the chaos, he weaponized it. He moved Dembélé from the wing into a fluid central false nine position, a role that leveraged his unpredictable dribbling and brilliant passing without exposing him to the same injury risks. The transformation was instant and dramatic. The ghost of Barcelona vanished, replaced by a confident, devastating new player. Dembélé's numbers began to soar, but his true impact was immeasurable. He was the key that unlocked PSG's entire attack. He wasn't just scoring, he was creating a beautiful, organized chaos that defenders simply couldn't handle. The boy who was once too fragile for the top level became the iron fist of a footballing empire. He was no longer a cautionary tale, he was a comeback story. Section 3. The 2024-2025 season, a campaign for the ages. The 2024-2025 season was Ousmane Dembélé's magnum opus. It was a symphony of skill, a relentless assault on the record books. While rivals were putting up impressive numbers, Dembélé was winning everything. His season was defined by a stunning collection of trophies, the Ligue 1 title, the Coupe de France, and most importantly, PSG's first ever UEFA Champions League. But it wasn't just the silverware. It was his decisive role in every single triumph. He was the UEFA Champions League Player of the Season, a testament to his influence on the biggest stage. He scored 37 goals and provided 15 assists across all competitions, a level of production that shattered his previous career highs. While other contenders were brilliant in their domestic leagues, Dembélé was a force on every front. He wasn't just a star on a great team, he was the gravitational center of a dynasty in the making. He produced a steady stream of wow moments that resonated with a global audience, from his long-range strikes to his impossibly tight dribbling. He wasn't just a statistical monster, he was a highlight reel incarnate. This was the year everything came together. The season that silenced every critic and turned every doubter into a believer. Section 4. The Case Against the Rivals. The Ballon d'Or isn't just about stats, it's about narrative, influence, and impact. And in 2025, no one's story was more compelling than Ousmane Dembélé's. Let's compare him to his closest rivals. There was Lamine Yamal,
the young phenom who shone brightly for a transitional Barcelona side. Yamal's talent is undeniable, but his season, while brilliant, was a domestic one. He lacked the Champions League triumph and the decisive moments on the biggest stage that defined Dembélé's campaign. Then there was Kylian Mbappe, who had a record-breaking debut season at Real Madrid. But Mbappe, despite his numbers, was part of a team that failed to lift the most important trophy in club football. The voting criteria for the Ballon d'Or have evolved. It now values individual performance in decisive moments and collective success. Dembélé was the undisputed king of both. He delivered in the final, he led his team to continental glory, and he did it all while reinventing his game and his reputation. He was not just the best player on the best team in Europe, he was the player who made that team the best in Europe. His triumph was not just a victory for him, but a vindication of the idea that a player's journey, filled with its highs and devastating lows, is as important as the final product. He is a living legend, and this is just the beginning of his golden age. In the end, Ousmane Dembélé's victory was more than just an award. It was a statement that talent, when met with resilience and the right environment, can overcome any obstacle. It was a statement that a player can fall from grace and then climb higher than ever before. He didn't just win the 2025 Ballon d'Or, he reclaimed his destiny. And in doing so, he gave the world of football the story it didn't know it needed to hear. The legend is no longer a promise. It is a reality. Join us next time as we delve into another story of immense fame, unimaginable fortune, and jaw-dropping controversy. Don't forget to subscribe to Luxe Legends, where fame, fortune, and controversy collide.